What's up, Team Tobias? What's up, Wahoo, Nebraska? What's up, George Glass? Great to be here with you. This is Quelling Your Query Conundrums. I got the name right. I'm Lane Haymont. I'm here with Ann Rose. Take us out. Take us away, Ann Rose.
Take us in. We're in.
Take us in. Take us in.
This one we're in. Last one we were
Yes.
out. This one is that, and then we're gonna be done. So today
Yes.
we've done 4 of these. Lane has already has split personalities from the last one. So he was already trying to get out of doing this last one with me. So, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna nail it. We're gonna hammer it out, and then we're gonna have like a whole breaks for a little while. So it'll be good.
You know what's funny though is I put the full unedited version up for our Patreon.
People they get all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I just made that decision like this week, so tough cookies.
You know, it's fine. We don't say anything bad as long
as
we
don't.
Bad, but I don't think
they just get to see unfiltered us.
Yeah, it can be wacky, especially when we figured out which city.
Oh, Wahoo!
Do you live in Wahoo? I'm really curious. If you live in Wahoo, Nebraska, we'd like to talk to you. So
and let us know if we pronounced it right.
Yeah. So we just did a Google search. So thanks, Google. All right, let's get going.
All right, get to work.
Caveat, if I pronounce your character names wrong, worlds wrong, things wrong, I am very sorry. I am doing my best, and I apologize immensely. If we were to talk and you were to tell me and phonetically say I would probably do better. But because I'm just going off of my terrible reading abilities, this is what we got. Okay? Yes,
okay.
I need your approval. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right, dear agent name. This one's keeping it real. I am seeking representation for my contemporary YA novel title. The word count is 55,000 words. Other than her name, 14-year-old, light-skinned and brown-haired Rekha Townsend rarely thinks about being different or having to blend in, but a transformational trip to India to visit her mother's alienated parents helps her to discover the Indian inside her is more than just her name. Rekha learns that her dying grandfather never approved of her Indian mother marrying her American white father. In India, her brown hair and paler skin are seen as different, something she's never experienced back home. Even while discovering an identity connection with her heritage, Rekha yearns to get back to normal life in Colorado with her dad and her friends. However, a lot has changed while she's been away. Now it bothers her when her teacher mispronounces her name. Sorry. And the ignorant cultural slights from her classmates get on her nerves. But most importantly, her best friend Megan and Riley are suddenly interested in boys, going out with boys and kissing boys, and they don't even seem to know her at all when they expect her to pair up with a boy that Rekha doesn't even like. Will Rekha follow along with Megan and Riley and the school's most popular boy who likes himself a little too much? Or will she risk losing her best friends and choose to stand up for the differences that can't be seen? Title is a YA novel about defying social norms and expectations and facing the challenges of people who try to define you. It will appeal to readers of Amina's song by Basmati Amelia's song, My Basmati Bat Mitzvah, and Unsettled, and then the bio. Thank you for your consideration. I hope you are interested in reading more.
I loved everything about that query except the word count. Word count feels way too small. Perfect pitch, perfect hook, totally relatable. Get this, love this, would request it, and probably send it on to someone else because it's probably not something I could or should represent, but
well, it's not horror, so
yeah, it's not YA horror. If it were YA horror, I'd be like, oh, it's horror, let me take it on, but it's just YA.
So it's kind of sitting in that space right now. Well, let's go through it because this is what we do. And I don't want to short this one out. So we'll do what we did. So I'm seeking representation for my contemporary YA novel title. The word count is 55,000 words. So first off, it's straightforward, right? Cuts to the chase. The last couple ones we've done have been given us so much more, but this one is just this is what it is. This is how much it is. And as for 55,000 words, I think you're right. It's tricky because it's not quite YA. YA is usually that it likes to hit that 60, but it's only 5,000 off from 60,000 words.
Is YA really as low as 60? Because that's what middle grade is, isn't it?
It can be, but a contemporary YA can be 60. They're usually closer to 80.
Yes.
Right. But this is in that special space because, okay, first paragraph. Other than her name, 14-year-old.
Oh. Right? Halfway through, I was thinking, how old is this kid? And I knew you said, and I knew I didn't catch it.
Okay. So light-skinned and brown-haired, I think it's, Rekka. Rekka Townsend rarely thinks about being different or having to blend in. But a transformational trip to India to visit her mom's alienated parents help her to discover the Indian inside her is more than just her name. So
I would say estranged because alienated, I'm like, aliens. And if she's alienated, who is she alienated from and why? That's what I think estranged says it all, because we all know the assumption is that there was some falling out. Alienated could mean they're just so far away that they can't talk to each other.
Okay, that's fair. So, but being 14, it's like sitting in that really that younger YA space. So this is kind of floating between that upper middle grade, younger YA, and there is slowly growing a market for that because of what is happening in the industry. But yeah, so I think that's why also the word count is where it's at, because it is kind of,
that makes more sense
right there. So, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong and I feel terrible, especially because the book is about people pronouncing the character's name wrong. So it's Rekha. How would you say that?
Rekka, but I'm a dumb American. I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's what Word said. So first I'd say Rika, but I don't know. My initial thought was Rika, but then when I had my Word pronounce it to me, it said Rekha. So
when I run into this with people's names who I don't know how to pronounce, I ask and always say I'm asking because I know how quote unquote annoying it is when someone can't pronounce my name and it's spelled Lane, Lane. I get Lance, I get Lane, I get all types of things.
Yeah. So, author, we are very sorry that we have fallen into the plot of your novel and do not know how to pronounce your character's name appropriately. So 100,000 apologies from us.
Well, it just shows that the book is necessary and very, I don't want to say accurate, but, relatable and true to life.
Absolutely. 100%. Okay. As Rika learns that her dying grandfather never approved of her Indian mother marrying her American white father in India. Her brown hair and paler skin are seen as different, something she's never experienced back home. Even while discovering her identity connections with her heritage, Rika yearns to get back to her normal life in Colorado with her dad and her friends. So, super cute. Moving on. However, a lot has changed while she's been away. Now it bothers her when her teachers mispronounce her name, and the ignorant cultural slights from her classmate get on her nerves. But most importantly, her best friends, Megan and Riley, are suddenly interested in boys, going out with boys and kissing boys, and they don't even seem to know her at all, especially when they expect her to pair up with a boy that Rika doesn't even like. Ladies.
I wonder if all that ties back to any cultural phenomenon, or is it just the friends are being a-holes?
Yeah, I don't know. They sound like just they're ready to do this whole boy thing, and she's like, I'm not into this whole boy thing yet. This seems silly, and I don't even like that specific boy. So they don't sound like they're being very good friends.
No, but I think for story-wise, in fiction, the two should be connected. I always say fiction needs to make sense Real life doesn't, because real life doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form, but everyone expects fiction to.
That makes sense. So, but I'd still read it. I don't generally like rhetorical questions. So will Rika follow along with Megan and Riley, the school's most popular boy, or will she lose her friends? Just make those statements, and I think that this would be stronger. But that is like my only criticism of this entire query, is just that change those rhetorical questions to like powerful statements. She can do this or she can do that.
My only criticism is I hate rhetorical questions, and I didn't even notice it was in there because it was written so well. I didn't notice.
It's a good query. I think.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think a lot of people would really like this. I don't know how long it's been in the query box, because Todd gives us all these amazing queries to do. So,
pardon my French.
So
we love you, Todd.
We love you, Todd. But I would be surprised if this hasn't gotten at least some asks already, because it's a well-written query. It sounds like a great story. I can already see some. I already have like ideas like structurally about this story and how I think it could work better. This makes it sound like it's very chronological, and I almost hope that this is not told chronologically, because I think that this would be better if it was told in a non-linear structure.
Interesting.
So, but now I'm getting way off track because that's not at all what this is about. But I'm very interested in what this whole thing is about, because it sounds really great. So
yeah,
I would totally look at these pages. I would totally read this.
So would I, and then I'd pass it on to someone who would be more appropriate. But I would request pages.
Yeah. So author, you did an amazing job. Good work. Sorry, we probably butchered your character's name, but I think that just proves the point that your story is absolutely well needed in this industry and this world. So we are definitely wishing you the best of luck with this.
Take us out, Anne.
Oh, that's me. Okay, so Lane's ready for bed and his dog is ready to eat. So that is Lane Haymont and Anne Rose with Quelling Your Query Conundrums. If you have a query that you have conundrums about, go ahead and send it to the email below and we'll try to take a peek at it and hopefully help you out. So subscribe, make sure you feed your dog today. Lane has to go do that as well. And buy my book, The Seemingly Impossible Love Life of Amanda Dean, and we will see you next time.